It's time for a review of Land of Sleeper, the latest album from British psychedelic rock band Pigs. Right, I have no idea what to expect from these guys, as I've never listened to their music before today. Fun fact, they are actually playing in Bristol the day of this album's release, but I couldn't get tickets as it sold out. Clearly they must be doing something right. With all that being said, my name is Wild from Wild Wild Southwest Child. Let's get straight into the review! Whoa, what a way to open. The opening tune, Ultimate Hammer, is perfectly named. The grungy guitar riff slams into you like a pneumatic drill, and the belting vocals assault your ears in the best way. Straight off the bat, I can hear a clear Black Sabbath influence. With an opener like this, Pigs are demanding that you sit up and listen, and come hell or high water, that is what you're going to do. This is how you start an album. I cannot wait to hear what's to come. Let's see if you can guess the name of the next song from my description alone. Track 2 sees a rather abrupt change of pace. The intro features a dark and doomy bass line paired with a powerful pounding drum beat before the rest of the band suddenly comes barging in to deafen you. Any ideas? You'd imagine something deep and brooding and menacing, wouldn't you? Something like Thunderous Omen or Collapsing Sky, right? Well, you'd imagine wrong. It's called Terror's Pillow. The song's rhythm chops and changes between drunken swaying to downright lopsided, giving you the feeling being pulled here, there and everywhere as if by sudden shifts in gravity. If this were a pillow, it would be a nightmare to try and sleep. On the subject of sleep, I'd compare this track to Sleep's album The Sciences, but much more aggressive and disorientating. Yeah, definitely some Sleep influences here for sure. The track Big Rig continues the doomy tone with some incredible sludgy riffage before kicking up into a grimy punk beat. I just realised as I read this review back that I'm using a lot of words that could mean gross, but I mean them in the best possible way. I'm 3 songs in and can confirm that if you're after sweet melodies and ponderous lyrics, now is your chance to run far. The guitar solo at the 2/3 point is tremendous. The heavy reverb and slapback delay mixed with 80 layers of overdrive launches a track straight into outer space. On that note, if you're enjoying what I'm doing here and want to see more, a subscribe to the channel would be out of this world. Before I move on, I have to make mention of the singer Matthew Beatty. His voice is so raw! There's no finesse, but right here I don't think you need it. A throbbing bass line introduces us to track 4, The Weatherman. Gentle, earthy, tribal drumming builds the tension as the Tibetan-style chanting drones in. But layering on top of that, we have one guitar periodically releasing a discordant primal scream, and the other muttering up some ominous feedback, giving us an ethereal range and wash of emotions. This has got Lateralis era tool written all over it. It's some trippy shit, man. Whoa, if the first half of the song was meditation in an angry world, the second half is the world battering down the doors and screaming into your face. I am scared, and I love it. After the sonic onslaught of the Weatherman, we are treated to a real, raw, rugged and rambunctious rock riff with Mr. Medicine. Oh, that was such a difficult line to say. Why did I write that? This is some proper headbanging material right here, like Wolf Mother or Graveyard. Pigs expertly meld classic heavy metal riffage with a strong punk vocal and a wonderfully full sound that encompasses your world and bombards it from every side. At a little under 3 minutes, this is the shortest song on the album, and it stays for exactly as long as it needs to. Irony is a band as loud as Krakatoa and an Echo Canyon naming a song Pipe Down. That is exactly what this band has done. From the opening yell to the reverb-soaked guitars and the driving drum lines, this piece is another example of some seriously psychedelic stoner rock, something we don't see much of these days. The sheer amount of energy, effort and engagement in this album is undeniable. It pivots from up-tempo thrashing around to super slow grooves and back again. I'm not sure what drugs these guys are on. Probably all of them, but they travel seamlessly between a range of intensities and ideas. Oh, the song's over. That was something. Now, I know I don't seem to be finding much fault with this album as of yet, but that's because it doesn't try to be anything that it isn't. There are elements of doom metal and psychedelia, a bit of punk, a bit of space rock. It's hard to put it down. These guys know what they are doing and are executing it wonderfully. If you're after a distorted psychedelic trip, then Land of Sleeper is, you know, it. That being said, the penultimate track, Atlas Stoned, is a slower number which lacks the impact of the other songs, but at this point we've gone through so much already that it really isn't an issue. Easily my least favourite song as it plods more than grooves, but that's a key element of sludge metal, which is apparently a genre. It does pick up at the halfway point, a change made all the more prominent thanks to the lower energy sections that bookend it. I bloody love that distorted guitar tone. It reminds me of Frigid Pink version of House of the Rising Sun. We close with Ball Lightning, which is a bizarre phenomenon where lightning literally appears as a ball instead of a jagged bolt. I would have to say that this track doesn't so much shock you as roll right over you. A 1-chord rhythm clicks away under a psychedelic guitar solo before the vocals come in to play call and response with the aforementioned guitar. Ooh, later the song descends into some thick grungy low notes whilst the vocals scream over top before reprising the 1-chord intro with added layers building a significantly more angry tone. If the intro was an introspective look into one's own madness, the latter half of the song is that madness Breaking Free. At only 8 tracks, this is a comparatively underpopulated album, but that plays directly into its favour, as there isn't much, if any, wasted space here. I'd never listened to this band before today, but I'm keen to explore their discography more. Wikipedia describes Pigs as psych rock, heavy metal, doom metal, and noise rock, and all of these titles describe the album perfectly. The music does exactly what you expect it to, and for that reason, guys, it's happened. Episode 9 of What Do We Think album reviews, and I'ma do it. This album gets 7 pigs out of 7.
Pigs.